everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for you guys today, I'm going to be showing you how I got this Halloween inspired makeup look. It is like purple and green and then like a very nude lip. But if you guys want to see how I got this, because like this took me a half an hour, but like half an hour. Okay, but if you guys want to see how I got this look, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I'd very much greatly appreciate it. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prep our skin. That way, like, the primer has a chance to sit and actually do its job while we do our eyeballs and such. So for primer, I'm going to use my Tula Probiotics. What is this? Tula Skincare Face Filter Blurring and Moisturizing Primer. I've only got it, about that much left in the tube. So I've used it quite a bit. I really do enjoy it. So I'm going to do 2 pumps of the primer, just like that, and blend that in. Then I'm thinking for today, or I guess tonight because it's after 10 o'clock here, but for me this is like the beginning of my day now normally because I started working 3rd shift. So I work usually Sunday through Wednesday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I work from like 10:30 till usually 7 o'clock in the morning, come home, go to sleep, get up and go to Rite Aid, which is like from 2 to 9. Like I don't work first shift very often anymore. I think it might just about kill me if I had to. But I'm thinking we're gonna do like a very Halloween-y, like spooky season inspired makeup look today. I'm thinking I'm gonna play with, like, because I depotted some of my Give Me Glow palettes since these pan sizes aren't gonna be available anymore. This was the Bad Witch Club palette. I think we might play with like some of the matte purples in here and maybe the greens, but then I also have these singles from there as well, and I don't know if y'all can see like how flippy those are, but I want to kind of play with that. So I think we're gonna do a very Halloween-ish look now that I've said that 8 billion times. And if you see me looking down, it's because my mirror is right here. But the first thing I'm gonna use is my Painterly paint pot from MAC. This is still one of my favorite ways to prep my eyes. I mean, it's one of the only ways I use eye primer unless I'm using like a concealer, just because I'm also very big into using a concealer as an eye base, but using a cream shadow is okay as well because these are meant to last all day. That's why they're called like the Pro Longwear series, and I really do love them. That color will be like a nice base for the eye look. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take an eyeliner brush or a brow brush, and I'm just gonna like map out the shape that I want, and I'm gonna use like this dark purple color right here. And I'm just gonna map out the shape that I want for this. So I'm gonna start right on the inner part of my eye. And if this isn't perfect, like, that's okay. We're gonna end up cutting the crease a little bit too. But just kind of draw on the shape that you want. And if you need to go in and do like stamping motions, that's okay too. See like how we've got like that nice arch there now. Like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, this is a very skinny, like little blending brush. I'm going to actually, not even take a blending brush, I'm gonna take this brush. It's more of like a packing brush. I'm gonna go into the same shade that we used for this, and I'm just gonna add depth and more pigment there. And just begin to pack it on. Without going on the lid too much if you can. Except that brush isn't working too well. Just begin building up the density of that product. Or of that shade, I guess. Whatever shade of purple you want to use. Just see how it's now like a thicker line? That's kind of what I'm aiming for. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Like that. Right. So there's that. Then what I'm gonna do is take a little itty bitty baby blending brush like that, and I'm gonna go into, let me see, this same kind of shade, but a little bit more cool toned and lighter. And I'm just going to begin blending that line out while also adding to the overall look. See? It's nice and blended. If you want to, what you can do also is take like a small fluffy brush and just literally start from the inside, making circular motions, just buff along that line, depending on how harsh or diffused you want it to be. See how that lightened that side up? It also kind of just smoothed out the edges a little bit. then what we're going to do is take, this is the MAC Studio Finish concealer in the shade NW10. It is like a potted concealer. I'm just gonna take a brush, kind of load it up, and begin to cut the crease a little bit. There are plenty of people who are better at cut creases than I am, but all I really do is take concealer brush with the concealer that I want to use, and I just kind of make the shape that I want to achieve. Whether that is a really, like, just cutting half the lid out, or doing something like this where we're kind of cutting the entire lid to make room for the shadow that we're going to be using. It doesn't really matter why you do it, just do it and make sure it suits your eye shape. And you can kind of see where I fudged it up right there. So I'm literally just gonna take that really tiny brush we used to pack on pigment and just run it back along the edges, because that's also going to help blend out the harshness of this. Like that. Then the next shade I'm gonna use is, I'm gonna choose Dragon's Blood. This is like a green to blue to gold, I think, like duochrome or triochrome. It's got a lot of shift. I'm just gonna use my finger for this and literally just tap it on. Just like that. You see how shifty that is? It's so pretty. And you don't need much. I think that's the other really nice thing about it. You don't need a lot. Just enough. Just like that. Now, if you're wondering what we're gonna do with like this excess bit that's right there, we are gonna do something. I don't know if this something is gonna work, like straight up, I have no idea. But I'm gonna take this dark green shade right here. It's like a dark hunter green almost. And we're gonna place it in this blank space that we have. we're going to just feather it along the edge of that shimmer shade, the Dragon's Blood. Just like that. And just fill it in. That's all you need to do. Just fill it in. Just like that. And that just gives you like a really pretty, and you see how like the purple is still distinct compared to the green? I really like that part. And we're gonna do the exact same thing on this side. That is a really powdery eyeshadow though. Like that. If you want to, you can go back in with the purple tones that we used and just kind of reinforce that purple shade. Just like that. Like that. Now, as I said, there is quite a bit of fallout. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just kind of clean it up a little bit. Just like that, and that makes it like nice and sharp too. Like right there I missed a little bit like of a green spot, so I'm gonna take another brush and just go in and kind of add it back in like that. And then wipe off the fallout, like I said. Like that. So that is like the eye look for the most part. For the base, already got on the primer. It's blurred pretty good. My skin is nice and glowy. I'm going to do some this is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and I wear the shade NW10 if anybody is wondering. I'm just gonna shake it a little bit, and then I've been into more like, not necessarily like a really light coverage, but lighter than what I would normally do. You're gonna come out or what, dude? I know I used this, but I didn't think I'd used it that much. Just come on. Gotta beat it out of it apparently, Jesus. take about that much foundation and just kind of like splooge it on my face. If I need more, I'll go in and get more. I'm gonna take a brush and just blend that out. I'm gonna need to get more. Just remember, when you're doing like more complex or like full glam looks like this, you can always add more. You cannot take it away unless you're willing to redo your entire face, and most people aren't. I'm not willing to redo my entire face. That's why I started doing my eyeshadow first, was because I knew I could wipe away any like problem areas that I had with the eyeshadow versus doing it with like after I had on foundation and everything. Just like that. Now this looks crazy, which is fine. Like, we left it look a little crazy around here. I'm gonna take the Vive concealer in the shade Light 1. I'm gonna put that a little bit more underneath my eye versus like right up to my eye, if that makes any sense. So that I have the opportunity to further clean up the eyeshadow if I so choose, which I'm choosing. I'm gonna take like this type of a brush and just begin to blend it out. And like I said, further clean up the eyeshadow, just like that. That I think is good. And then I'm gonna take my sponge that I have and just kind of go and make sure everything is kind of creaseless. Smooth it out from the brush strokes if you have any. And then what I'm gonna do just a little bit more is I'm gonna take just a smidgen bit of this on my nose, because I want to highlight like the bridge, like right here, because my nose is just kind of weird. I'm gonna put a little bit on that side because my nose is like straighter on the side and then it curves in a little bit.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm gonna do just the slightest bit right there. There's a hair somewhere. I can feel it. And then just begin patting this out. Just like that. Beautiful. Now, for bronzer, what I'm gonna use is my, actually, let me set my under eyes first. I just got this. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Brightening Lilac Powder. So I'm gonna use that specifically underneath my eyes. That was just me trying it out, but let's put some into the cap and then take, this is a highlighting brush, but it'll work. Just like on a brush. And just sweep it underneath the eye. That is the only thing I want to set, is underneath the eye. Does that brighten? I mean, it's smooth. It definitely smooth. I just don't know if I would say it's a brightening powder. Oh yeah, that definitely smoothed. It did not brighten. Not unless it's gonna brighten after the fact or something, but I doubt it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Bronzer, because this is almost a contour shade. It has just enough warmth to keep it from being like a full-on contour, but it is very close to being a contour. So I'm gonna take my Vive foundation brush, the 117 foundation brush, and I'm gonna get some on my brush of that bronzer and just kind of sculpt out my cheekbones a little bit, like about where I want that to be. We are going for a little bit like not as bronzy is what I would normally go. And if you guys have been subscribed to my channel for any amount of time, you know I go bronzy. Like, I go real bronzy most of the time. So I'm gonna take that foundation brush that I used earlier and just kind of buff that bronzer in. I'm gonna bring it up underneath, from underneath my cheekbone. Like that, I think. Just like that. It's already been a half hour, you guys. This is wild. Okay. So then, for blush. Do we want to do blush? I think if we do a little bit, it might add something to it. Do I have like a cooler toned purple that I could use? Don't really have any cool tone purples available. Let's do, this is the Rose Meadow cream blush from SheGlam. Looks like this. That is like a very intense color in the pot, but it doesn't go on that intense, if that makes sense. And it is like just really creamy. So I'm gonna take just a little bit that. And then, sorry, we're kind of just like throwing this all together. I didn't really have this planned. I just really wanted to play with makeup and I wanted to make content. So I figured kill two birds with one stone and do both. This is the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH104 brush. Don't know how well this is gonna work for cream blush. I know it works really well for powder. But see, like you can see where it's not blending it out enough. So let's just use our hands or our fingers. Like that. I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna take my, this is the Vive Modern Bronzer in the shade Light. I'm gonna take this shade because this is a cooler tone color and it's got makeup on it. Let's do this brush. I'm just gonna take this shade and kind of reinforce the contour a little bit. See, yeah, that's way more, looking at me like head on, that's way more sculpted. I'm just gonna put that in. Oh yeah. Yeah, see that just shaved. I think we look more sculpted. Oh yeah, we look more sculpted. I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick. Okay, so there's the eyebrows. I know this is supposed to be like a spooky, ooky look. I really want to add more blush. And I'm half tempted to use this like purpley, light purpley color. Let's add more blush. We're gonna use the shade Pesca from the Vive Sunset Balms. And the bit is gonna go right over it. And yes, I know this looks like a lot. It's not. Believe me. Blend it in with the skin like that. That's way more pretty, and it adds like a nice glow. Yes, please. Okay, just pat into the skin. If you have dark hair, just tap it right into your hairline. I promise nobody's gonna notice. Love that. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder and just dust my whole face in it. I do mean that. I'm literally just like dusting my face in this. Okay. Like that. And then let's finish off the eyes. So I'm gonna take a really skinny brush like this, minus the cat hair on it. And I'm gonna go back into these two purple shades that we, like this one and this one. And I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line. I'm not putting it into my waterline. I'm going right up to my waterline, right? Just because if you go into your waterline with these, I'd almost be willing to guarantee you the fact that your eyes are gonna burn. Like that. Don't mind the weird faces I'm making. I thought I saw my eye going that way, so I was like looking. I don't know anymore. We should do mascara. That would be helpful. Shit. Okay. My dirty old Bad Gal Bang from Benefit. Yes, that just kind of completes the eye look by having the mascara on and then the lower lash line being done. What I'm gonna do now is, if I can find it, where are you? I'm gonna take my Vive lip liner in the shade Brat. And just outline the lip. If you want to, fill it in a little bit. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna take my lip gloss. This is the Fenty Heat lip or gloss balm in the shade Fenty Glow, and I'm just gonna just like that. Just like that. So this is, like, I guess my first spooky season like eyeshadow look of the year. I haven't done anything else yet, and I realize it's like mid-October already. Halloween's in like 2 weeks. But I really like how this turned out. If you guys like these types of videos, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I would very much greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I will see you all in my next one. Bye!